Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Well, those of you who followed English football around the turn of the century will certainly know this man well. He is, of course, Giovanni van Bronckhorst, another fine Dutch import who claimed his fair share of trophies whilst on these shores.
And later on in the continent too, Peter. He never really struck me as a flashy player, but rather a model of consistency, adaptability and intelligence. He excelled in one of the hardest roles in the game.
A role, of course, you know very well, Jim. Van Bronckhorst's an incredibly influential player, and it is no surprise that he's worn that famous orange shirt more than 100 times. Mateus. And it's Messi. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, and there's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Robson. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Still goalless at the moment. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Robson is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. He's got away. Oh, that's clever. And surely he can... And he shoots! Goal! Barcelona! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
It's Ronaldinho! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Best, a player who needs no introduction. Best, good running, strong and purposeful. Barcelona looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Beckenbauer deals with that comfortably. Roberto Carlos. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
There will be
now it's
added time.
Best, and he is dashing away. Shoots! And he hits the net. They are right back in business.
Well, they were...
And that is indeed the final act. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure?
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Beckenbauer, number 3.
Second half is up and running.
Carlos. Coming on the field, number 11.
And he thumps it clear.
Company. Number 4. Maldini.
Mateus. Barcelona do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose. Shapes to shoot! kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Ronaldinho. The ball has bounced loose now. That's a good ball. Big chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Dendeloo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Messi looking for the run, and that is well cleared. And they're back on the ball again. Mateus, renowned for his long-range shooting. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, important interception. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Barcelona leading now. And here's Yamal. Maldini produces the perfect tackle there. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's Ronaldinho. He was under real pressure there. He's had it taken off him. Looking to play him in. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Just 5 minutes left. And he... Mbappe! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Messi touches it back.
He had nobody else to help out there. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ronaldinho. And we're done. Barcelona pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Mateus, voted man of the match, and deservedly
now, to all
so.
members of the crowd, I'd like to ask
So
you
there
to
it
join
is.
me in
What struck
wishing
you
our
most about
birthday
that?
boy
Well,
a
Peter, this
very
was
special
probably more
birthday.
slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so relevant today.
Yeah, you could almost say he was the very first all-action, all-athletic number 10. All those marauding runs from deep going box to box. These weren't the sort of things expected from a playmaker back in his day.
And this is Gullit. Mbappe. Scholes. Now it's Gullit. Pirlo. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener. Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And this is Shevchenko. Company did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's got away. That'll be a throw. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Mateus. And it's Shevchenko. Thuram cannot be beaten that easily. Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Chance, surely! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Pete.
Oh, given away. Scores!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Ronaldinho is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Gullit. Now it's Bale. Now it's Ronaldinho. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Back on the way then. So the first half brought no goals. Edmilson. And here's Shevchenko. Pirlo. Ronaldinho. Now it's Mbappe. And that is a little undercooked. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Gullit. Now, can they get him away? Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Now it's Mbappe. Good running, strong and purposeful.
That was lovely, that.
Rijkaard with a fine tackle. No foul, says the referee. Scholes. Pirlo promptly onto that, and that is that. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Shevchenko. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Bale. Nice looking ball. He's on it. Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pirlo looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the finish! And he hits the net! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Mbappe.
Barcelona
There
can
will be
really
1
think
minute
about
at
the
a
precious
time.
seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And this is Messi. And we're done. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
A little lost today. Please look at the
is
screen
somewhat
for
what we've
information
witnessed,
on
Jim.
how to find your way
Barcelona
around this
really
stadium.
were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas.